Good evening everyone, it is Rebecca from Silver Grey Foliage. It is Saturday evening, it is 20 to 9. Welcome to spring summer. It's still light and it's not cold, and you know that because I'm only wearing a cardigan as well as my usual tops. I thought I would just pop in and say a quick hello. I haven't been around on YouTube very much, and that's because I am very much so this year following my own advice, which is that if you're not feeling it, you don't do it. So thank you for joining us again this evening. And actually it's just a quick message. I'm going to do a proper field tour probably in a week. Is my plan. Loads is in flower, but I've also cut most of it, so there's not much to see colour wise, but everything is significantly bigger than when we last did a video up here. The main reason I am doing this post today is because I really wanted to share a conversation that I had in the playground last year, back end of last year, with one of the mums in my child's school. It's a conversation that stayed with me, and I think it's really relevant to pretty much any flower farmer who doesn't have a farm, and to some that do, and also anyone who is growing their own business from scratch without training, experience or background in the industry, without a leg up, without additional finance. For me, what I'm about to share also is for anyone who's ever been told you can't, and anyone who is fearful, as I have been and often am, about taking a next step. So the conversation went like this. It was about 3:30, maybe 4 o'clock. I rocked up at school wearing filthy leggings and wellies and probably waterproof trousers. I often don't have a waterproof top on, but waterproof trousers keep my legs dry. And the mum looked me up and down and said, "Do you know what, Rebecca? I hate my job and I'm thinking about starting my own business. But if I start my own business, I'm going to start one that's easier than what you're doing." And as I often do when people say something that is wholly inappropriate, I smiled. I thought, okay. But 6 months, 9 months later, my message to you all is this. If you're going to do something like start a business, I don't know anyone in our situation, or for that matter, anyone in other situations for whom it is not hard work. All businesses require thought, they require preparation, they require understanding of your industry and your customer, they require you to become an expert in your product, whatever that product is. And for us it's flowers, foliage and knowledge about how to do this well. Whatever your product is, it takes time. And if there is a single business owner out there who hasn't lost a moment's sleep or worried a little more than is possibly necessary, I'd like to meet them. I'd like to take my hat off to them. Oh, do you like the new hat? So more importantly than doing something that's easy, given that it's such hard work, what you really need to do is to pick something that you love. Pick a business type, a product that you love, that you're not going to get tired or bored of, and that you're willing to work your ass off for, because I promise you, whatever you do, it will be hard work. I guess the second thing to say in response is something that I shared on Instagram the other day, and it's really quite a simple message. Average amounts of work done regularly lead to progress. Now, we've done quite a lot this year, but I promise you, for Silver Grey Foliage Style, for Antony and I, we're working slowly. We are doing small amounts and we're doing it regularly, and there are reasons for that. One of those is to make sure that we continue to love what we're doing, and the other is that actually life in the background of our business has presented some challenges, and it's really important that we allow those challenges to be dealt with in their fullness, and that we put the things that we value the most, and that's our family and ourselves, before everything else. So if you have children, if you have another job, if your partner has another job, if your children require your attention, if they're young or if they're old, if they're physically unwell, or if they're mentally unwell, if they are struggling, if you have things that draw your attention, that doesn't mean that you can't grow something that you love. It just means that you have to do small bits regularly, have a plan, and be willing to work towards it at whatever pace works for you. For those of you who watch because you are just interested in the flowers, today we've been up at the field and yesterday making new beds again. So we made 28 new beds on Easter weekend, and so far over the past couple of days we've managed 6, 12, 14, 16, we're on the 17th bed. The aim is to tomorrow get another 10 or so done, ideally a little bit more, but we have the time that we have with the kit that we've hired, so we will try and do as much as we possibly can in this burst of activity before we move on. The beds already have flowers coming to go in them, so we have a greenhouse that is still pretty packed. It's just a family-sized greenhouse, but every single seedling behind me, there are thousands of them, have come through our family-sized greenhouse. So I promise you, you do not need a barn or a farm. I'm just going to throw it out there. You don't need a barn and you don't need a farm. You just need a willingness to seek out somebody who will offer you a chance and some space to grow some more. The seedlings are ready to go in the ground. Some of them are desperate and bursting to go in the ground. Some of them are just about ready. And also we have new perennials that we have bought that are going to come to go in these beds as well. So they are all tiny perennials, they're plugs. I'm not expecting to cut from all of them this year. Some of them we might get a few stems from, but really they are planning ahead for next year's season. They're a mixture of foliage and flowers. So I'm very excited about those. In the meantime, it is late. I've cut tomorrow's subscription flowers. I'm tired. But I love what we're doing and I love our business and I love what I have achieved with my family, with Antony and both of our children, and a bit of help from Farmer Paul. Right? I feel pretty blessed that with hard work and that intention and small amounts of work done regularly, we've got this far. My name's Rebecca. I am a flower farmer in Leeds, West Yorkshire. I'm an urban flower farmer and I don't own my own farm. Follow the channel to see what we're up to. Have a look back at previous videos, catch up on the April tour of the field, because when I do the May tour of the field, I promise you it looks totally different. And we will be back again soon. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, the link for coffee buying is down below. I'd really appreciate it. It helps to support our hard work. It helps to encourage me to do more videos and show you what we do and how we do it. And your generosity goes towards the work that we do. Thank you very much.